Before we get started, I would like to thank these people for their comments. Kate from the Journal Nest, she lives in Australia. Diana Campanelli, she told me her grandson is in the Air Force, so thank you for your service. Andrea, she wished me a happy birthday all the way from Belgium. And then my friend Jazz, hi Jazz. This lady, Idelia, I, Delina, Adelia. You know me, I cannot pronounce words. She's in Toronto, Canada. And then Diane is also a fellow Arizonian. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday. And this is episode number 23. So, mainly what I'm going to do today is just decorate the pull strings on the signatures of this flip flop journal. But as I do that, I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite non crafting YouTube channels. Now, the first one is called Baumgardner Restoration. This gentleman lives in Chicago and he does fine art restoration. He's a second generation. I believe he learned from his father. It's the oldest one in Chicago for restorating old paintings. And he explains what he does and the process it takes to restore an old painting. And I find it so fascinating. It's just he's professional in his videos. He doesn't stumble over his words like I do. And it's just delightful to watch. And he definitely uses some of the finest archival and reversible materials and techniques in fine art restoration. So he's one of my favorites that I watch. And I am going to be linking all of these different channels down in the description box. Now, the other two channels that I like to watch, one is Caesar Milan. I don't know if you guys remember, Caesar Milan is, I think he used to be called the Dog Whisperer. He was, he had a program on National Geographic channel way back when, and he taught people how to train dogs. And when I got my little sweet Miss Fiona and started trying to train her, I started watching his channel. I Googled it and found that he did have a YouTube channel, because I don't believe he has the television program any longer. But he's fun to watch. I think he's got a ranch now in Southern California, and he's got all kinds of animals, and he's just very informative on how to train a dog. And then the other one I like to watch is, his name is Tom Davis. He also is a dog trainer, lives here in the United States. I think he's been doing it for about 10 years now. And he recently just got a brand new puppy, and he is taking you through the steps of what he is doing to train this puppy, and it's a big dog. And so that's been fun. Let's see if we can find another. I try to get similar sizes. I don't know if I want that lady there. I've already done the blue. Oh, they're the same size. There's another. Oh, these two are pretty good in same size. They're a daisy, so let's use those. But anyway, Tom Davis, he travels the world and trains dogs and have events and what have you everywhere. Now, the next channel I watch is similar to a crafting channel, but it's called DAS Bookbinding. And I'm going to just snip these corners so they look more like a postage stamp. But he is a traditional bookbinder, I think probably professionally trained. And he recently did a series where he rebound the book Dune. I never watched, I never have read that book. I believe it's a classic, but he rebound that book. And I'm telling you, that man has all the fancy equipment, the cutters, the weights to hold things down so that, he can put them through his cutter and they're all exactly the same. And, he uses fine leather, and it's just, he really is, he's fun to watch. So he does say in his intro that he believes you really should learn traditional bookbinding, one-on-one in person, but he says that's not available to everyone, and that's why he does the YouTube channel. So he's fun to watch and just does really nice videos. Again, he has traditional techniques that he shows you. And I may have to come in here with the scissors and recut that because that's a little bit off. Then the next person I watch on YouTube, his name is Mark, I think Wines, WIENS. And like I said, I'm going to link all of these channels in the description box. Now, I like to watch him. He travels the world eating. And you guys know how much I enjoy food and traveling. And so he is recently in Turkey right now, or at least that's where his videos are showing that he's at. And he is, he just shows you the different foods that are available in different countries, which is, very different than what we might get here. I love that pink. I wish I could find another one like that, which is very different than what we can get here in the United States. Some of the things, no, I don't like that. But he's fun to watch. I recently just found out about him. I found out about him from my friend Christina over at Christina Creates. I don't think any of those work specifically, so I'm going to just kind of go with what I have there. I kind of like that ship in there, so I think I'm going to just cut this straight. But anyway, so he travels the world and shows you different foods in different countries. And then the last person I watch, I believe she's French. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Emmeline or Emily Rochefi. I don't know. I obviously cannot pronounce her name, but she is a professional dancer and she travels like a lot of these people do. They travel and compete in dance competitions. And what they do is, I guess, in these dance competitions, they maybe will draw a name or two names, out of a bucket, a male and a female. And then they put on music and they do impromptu, I can't say the word, but dance. And it's kind of more like oh, I don't want to sway you by saying it's uh, West Coast swing, because it definitely is not just country music, but she is so fluid in her movements and her ability to follow the lead of a male dancer. She's just incredible. So I like watching her. I subscribe to her YouTube channel. So anyway, those are 6 of my favorite YouTubers that are not craft basically related. Let me know down in the description box of any YouTubers or YouTube channels that you guys like to watch that maybe are not craft related. I know Pam over at Pandora's Junk Journals, she recently talked about a gentleman who kind of lures people who try to scam elderly people on the internet. And I guess he's quite tech savvy, and he's able to get into their personal computers, these scammers, and he deletes their files. And it's I guess it's pretty fascinating. So Pam told me about that. So anyway, I'm going to continue putting little tags on the little strings in my signatures. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was a quick tip, and I hope the quick tip of different channels to have going on while you're crafting. Now, some of them, like the dancing, I mean, it's literally probably 4 minutes, 5-minute long video, enough for a song. So you have to watch that. You can't be focusing on crafting while, her YouTube channel is on. But like the food one, Mark, his videos are sometimes like close to an hour. So I'll be crafting along and kind of glance up at him. Julian Baumgarten, his videos I really like to watch just because, I'm fascinated by, restoration of paintings and everything old. But anyway, back to saying goodbye. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today at this Quick Tip Thursday, and I will see you on Monday for probably, it might be the final flip through of this journal. But anyway, thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.